Love is your very life. It's beautiful. After the Visvarupa Darshana, showing the cosmic form, giving the experience of cosmic consciousness, Krishna speaks about bhakti, love. Usually people think after bhakti comes spiritual experience. But I tell you the truth. After spiritual experience comes bhakti. Never a real bhakti can happen to you before spiritual experience. East always believes first spiritual experience, then social service. But Western religions believe social service will lead to spiritual experience. No. Never. Only a person who had the experience of every being as part of cosmic consciousness can really radiate love. Only he can know what is love. Nobody else can know what is love. Others can think they love or act as if they love. Be very clear. There are so many people who act as if they love. Sometimes by acting, they start thinking that they are loving. Never you can love by acting. Love is supposed to flow from your very being. It happens only when you experience the cosmic consciousness, spiritual experience. It is so nice. Krishna puts the whole thing step by step. Really, after the spiritual experience, the gratitude, so much of gratitude overflows in your being. So much of love overflows in your being. You start radiating it. You start radiating. No one can show or experience love unless they have the spiritual experience. People come and ask me, Swamiji, you are telling all your devotees to meditate. What is the use? Why don't you tell them to do service? There are so many spiritual organizations. I can't say spiritual organizations, so-called spiritual organizations, caught in social service just for the sake of name and fame and social prestige. There are so many organizations. Organized charity. I always tell people, organized charity is a beautiful way of cheating yourself and others. Charity can never be organized. It just flows. It can never be organized. The moment you organize it, the whole thing has got different quality, different color, different purpose. Different color, different quality, different purpose. Only when it flows after the experience, it is a solid expression of love. There is a beautiful saying in Zen Buddhism. Whatever Buddha does, even if he kills somebody, it will do only good to him. But an unenlightened man, whatever he does, even if it does a great service, it will do only bad for him and the society. Good or bad is not decided by doing, it is decided by being. when an enlightened man does, even small things lead to great good things or good results in the world. When unenlightened people do, even a great truths lead to misery and destruction. See, a simple word uttered by Buddha, watch your breath, or observe, witness your inhaling and exhaling. A simple truth discovered by Buddha. Thousands of people have become enlightened through this Vipassana meditation. The simple one technique, Vipassana, thousands of people have become enlightened. When Buddha utters even ordinary truth, even ordinary simple truth leads thousands of people to higher consciousness. If an unenlightened person discovers even a great truth leads to destruction. See the atomic bomb. Great truth, the theory of relativity. Great truth. But when it comes out from unenlightened mind, it always leads to destruction. Important thing. I was just reading a statistics report in a magazine. They say all the governments, all the countries in the world have got enough of atomic weapons which can burn planet Earth 700 times. Not once or twice. Once burning the planet Earth is enough. The atomic weapons they have stored, they have piled, can destroy planet Earth 700 times. Any single person with sadistic attitude, if he goes and sits in the seat or if he gets the power, the whole humanity is in danger. We have everything ready. Just somebody has to come and press the button. He should be mad enough, he should be sadistic enough to press the button. The global suicide will happen. So much of atomic weapons are piled. See, it's a great truth. The theory of relativity is such a great truth. But expressed from unenlightened mind. So naturally it leads to destruction. Deed or word by themselves don't do good or bad. It does good or bad based on the consciousness from which it emits. Based on the consciousness from which it expresses. Only after the experience you feel the gratitude. It's your solid experience that every living being is God. You start radiating love. Your very being becomes love. Krishna starts the Bhakti Yoga after Visurupa Darshana Yoga. After that, experience, he starts Bhakti Yoga. Arjuna uvacha evam sadata yukta ye bhaktas pam paryupasade esapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittama. See, the whole trend in which Arjuna speaks is totally different now. The very trend, very way is different. He says, which are considered to be the more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your bhakti, or those who worship in those who merge in the Brahman, the unmanifested. Please be clear. Here, he is not asking for himself. It is from here the trend starts like a simple discussion. It's more like a trying to record the truth. trying to put the whole thing in record for future generation. The questions from here is neither doubt nor enquiries. Just he tries to put the whole thing in the form of writing so that it will be useful for the next generation. A simple understandings. Yes, who is established in you totally, whether a person who is devotee or person who is enlightened. Two things. The religious people or so-called religious people always confuse this sloka, giving the meaning of Arjuna is asking whether worshipping the form or formless, which is right one. But I tell you, that is not the way Arjuna is asking. If you see the answer of Krishna, you can understand that is not the way Arjuna is asking. Arjuna is asking, is it good to be established in the same consciousness or to express the love and gratitude which is created by the conscious experience to the whole universe, to every being? See, when you get that spiritual experience, some people stay in that same experience inside, that's all. With closed eyes only they can see God. He is asking, that type of person is great, or a person who opens his eyes and sees God in every being, he is great. Please understand, he is not asking whether worshipping the form is great or worshipping the formless is great. No. But the so-called religious people have always given this meaning and created problem between Shankara and Ramanuja. It goes on and on and on. But if you see the answers, it is very clear. Arjuna is not asking this. He is asking, should I be established in the same experience, or should I express the gratitude which is happening to me? Expressing the gratitude which happens because of the experience is bhakti. Having that experience and rejoicing, staying in that experience is jnana, that's all. But Krishna's answer is, both are one and the same. Both are one and the same. And both are not two different things. How the first one leads to second one, and the second one leads again back to first one. You see, you must have heard about the vicious circle. First one leads to second one, and second one leads to the first one. And now I wanted to introduce a new word, virtuous circle. Vicious circle leads to low energy, to a lower level of consciousness. Virtuous circle leads you to higher energy, higher level of consciousness. Bliss and devotion. Bliss and gratitude. Gratitude and bliss. These two are virtuous circle which leads you to the higher consciousness. Bliss means the experience, leads you to expression, gratitude, service. Again, the expression, the gratitude or service leads you to bliss.